My name is Nico Sarbanes. I'm a jazz trumpet player and singer from the great city of Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm here to tell you about my upcoming debut album, Nico Sarbanes Live in Baltimore, featuring performances with alto saxophonist Antonio Hart, vibraphonist Warren Wolf, drummer Winard Harper, and alto saxophonist Tim Green.
And yet I've grown accustomed to her looks, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face.
Last fall, 2015, I signed on to curate a series of shows here at On Die Musique, one of the best jazz venues in the city. And having been out of the city for a few years while I was studying up in Montreal, I wanted to reintroduce myself to the jazz community here and also in some way express how indebted I feel to them for fostering my interest in this music. So I decided that we would try to bring in some of Baltimore's greatest living jazz artists, the cats that I grew up listening to, Antonio, Warren, Winard, Tim, and feature them in performance back in their hometown of Baltimore. Now, I wasn't originally planning on recording these shows. God knows I've offered up every excuse in the book trying to put off recording, mostly because I think I've always been a little afraid of the idea of that first album. But then I realized that an album of live recordings recorded in Baltimore with some of my hometown heroes, it was the perfect situation to get me over those fears. And rather than try to impress with overly complex arrangements or carefully managed solos, I wanted to feature these musicians and capture them playing in the way that I first heard them years ago when I was getting into this music. And that is just jamming and stretching out on some timeless standards. And so, I'm excited to announce the upcoming release of my debut album, Nico Sarbanes Live in Baltimore. The album will be a one-set, 5-song compilation of recordings from last fall's shows, including Isfahan by Billy Strayhorn, Like Someone in Love, I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face, one of my all-time favorite standards, How About You, and then an original composition of mine titled Something for Smitty. And it's almost finished, but I need your help to get there. Farther down on this campaign page, you'll see the things we've already paid for and the things we still need to pay for. I'm so happy with this record we've made, and I sincerely hope that you'll consider contributing to this crowdfunding campaign to help make this record a reality. Thank you.